Okay, I was talking about the civil rights movement just a second ago. But I bring this up because I believe the resentment towards other POC communities stems at them having a larger voice, even though, we are the people who've always been here, who are here in the first place. I'm not saying that you like how you were brought over. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that resentment has ended up being meted out towards, black Native counterparts. I think because we feel that they have a bigger voice than we do already, and that their visible blackness is a reminder of that. Like, why wouldn't you just be black? Because then people will listen to you, But our black Native peers also face prejudice and racism from their own black peers because of a feeling that these black people who identify heavily with their indigenous heritage, maybe that they don't feel that being black is good enough. There's a huge history within the black community of people trying to lighten their skin or cling on to whiteness however possible because of a feeling that their blackness lessens their humanity or, their overall worth. And I have a friend who is black, because I know I'm going to have to quantify that, with whom I had this very discussion where she was with some of her friends who are also black, but they wanted to claim, being Native like crazy racist New Age white people, but their intentions, however, were not to exotify themselves, but to distance themselves from their blackness, in whatever way possible, even if it wasn't a legitimate claim. So our black Native peers face not only anti-black sentiment from their Native community, but also resentment from their black community, because maybe some black people feel that these black Natives just don't want to be black because they think it's not good enough or something. And of course, that's just a guess on my part, but it's one of the things that came to mind from some of the stuff that I saw. And I also want to point out that the unique concerns of one community shouldn't be seen as hostile to related communities. It's just different concerns. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to discuss how black shaming in the Native community can eventually lead to a larger discussion of internalized racism, and eventually in the context of the larger community that we live in. But the overall point I'm trying to make is that we as Native people need to admit that there is racism, especially anti-black sentiment, within our community that has to be addressed. And it needs to be fixed because it alienates our black peers and is no way acceptable or fair. For example, when I was getting my tribal registration for my tribe, I was scared I might not get it for whatever reason. I was really scared that because of my mixed white Native heritage, that I would be denied the one thing that I was, truly passionate about. And I got my tribal registration, and I shouldn't have worried, but if I had not gotten it, or if my dedication to my people was questioned because of my blood quantum, because I had been black, which I wouldn't have any control over, I would be heartbroken and devastated. It would probably be one of the worst things that ever happened to me. But we as white mixed Natives are not the people who are going to be asked to not join a tribe or not join a traditional powwow dance circle because of our mixed heritage, which actually happened to one black Native woman. I think that was on Indian Country Today. But as Native people, especially those of us who are mixed, who understand all too well the hurt and alienation that it can cause, and because we understand the reality of subjugation all too much, these types of comments should not come from us at all. We have to realize and vocalize that there is an actual anti-black sentiment within Indian country here in North America. I don't know about other places, but we have to discuss it, and we have to include these people in our discussions, because while it's true that white oppression is the thing that caused these problems, we should also not be the perpetrators of them. What else was I going to say? And that if we're going to support things that our tribes do in the name of tribal sovereignty, they shouldn't be at a cost of our peers. They shouldn't be at the cost of the feelings of their humanity or belonging. I don't think that's acceptable. Excuse me. But this is the point where, I would invite you to add your own commentary and to give proactive and respectful opinions. Because anything that's trolling or racist or all around bullshit, it's not going to be responded to. I don't got time, honey. But, I mean, we have to discuss legitimate solutions that can lead to action, small things that we can do to help alleviate this problem. And I realize that this topic and discussion might chap some people's asses, hurt their feelings, offend them, and I'm sure there's going to be one person that will post something that will entirely prove my point, of course. But all of this is so that we can have a discussion amongst ourselves in a safe space about the problems in our own communities, a discussion that does not end up alienating our own people. And if you can't respect people, their differing opinions, their experiences, or even talking about this, it's best that you just not comment at all, because this is really meant to be both healing and proactive, and I want all of my fellow Native people to participate. And I also wanted this to be a testament to our fellow Black Natives, that they are not forgotten about, that we are very much beside them in their fight, in their experiences, and that we also very much want them to feel included with the Indian community on Tumblr, because they have a right to be there too. And, we can't be the kings and queens and be like, king of the castle, we don't have a right to, to say who's there or not, except for, the people that don't have, like, a legitimate claim and are just fucking douchebags. But for those people who are Black and Native, I really want them to express their experiences and then have the fellow community respond to that and, give them support or feedback or whatever. So, mainly I just wanted to talk about it. I'm going to be posting more stuff, I think, like once a week, shit that pisses me off, which is everything. But, yeah. I'm really sorry this is in 2 videos, but I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to post them both. And I really wanted to talk to you all. Okay. Anyway, this is Sloan signing out with Problems in Indian Country. I'll figure out a name. I don't know. Bye.